Hello, my name is Ali, and welcome to my channel. We are back with Hakuoki Kyoto wins Yamazaki's route. Let's go. After the dust cleared, following the Hamagiri rebellion, the shogun set about cleaning house. The Choshu expedition was launched by the shogun once the Choshu domain were declared enemies of the court. Perhaps feeling they'd dodged a bullet, the Choshu domain fell silent for a time. Their obedience was short-lived, however, and before long, their disrespect for the shogun became impossible to ignore. In order to investigate further, the shogunate decided to send an envoy to the Choshu domain. Oh my god, my nose is itchy. Sorry. Kondo was asked to accompany an envoy sent to the Choshu to investigate their behavior. However, the Choshu domain refused to even meet with the envoy. Fed up with their insubordination, the shogunate ordered the second Choshu expedition. However, the war was a costly one, exhausting both the resources and the men from all over the domain whose morale began to falter. To add to the fire, word of Shogun Eimochi's passing shook all of Japan, and some domains even withdrew, which made the situation even dire. The second Choshu expedition had ended in a surprisingly major loss for the shogunate troops. October 1866. The pillar of the Tokugawa shogunate, which stood strong for 260 years, was beginning to show signs of instability. I swear, I don't know why every time I record. Oh my god, that is so loud. Hold on, let me turn that down. Holy heck. Okay. I don't know why every time I record, my nose is always freaking itchy. It's annoying. That day, I was accompanying Saito on his rounds. It sure has been hot lately. I've gotten used to the city of Kyoto, but I just can't get used to this humid heat. Indeed. I always wondered. Even in midsummer, Saito always wore his full uniform. Wasn't he hot? He kept his vigilant guard up while observing the city of Kyoto. We can begin with this store and do our rounds. Wait here, Yukimura. There is nothing for you to do inside. All right. He gave me a short nod of confirmation and stepped into the shop with his men. It's the Shinsengumi. There are rumors floating around about Ronin coming in and out of here, so I'll have to inspect your store. Yes, sir. Of course. I'd been waiting for Saito and his division for a few minutes when I noticed a commotion nearby.
Hey, out of the way! You got a couple patriots coming through here.
A number of rather unpleasant-looking Ronin were making their way in my general direction, yelling, threatening, and intimidating anyone unfortunate enough to cross their path. Patriots? Hardly. Perhaps they considered themselves loyal to the imperial court, but they looked like the sort who only used their supposed patriotism as an excuse to steal and kill.
Hey, you deaf? I told you to move.
The Ronin tossed a poorly aimed kick at a child playing in the street. What should I do? It seemed like the warriors were preoccupied with their investigation in the store. Just as I was about to stop the Ronin... Okay, this is Sin, yeah. Desist, you hooligans.
What's this? You think you can tell us what to do, lady? Ha! A woman wants to pick a fight with us, patriots loyal to the emperor?
Well, perhaps it is you who should feel pathetic for being told by a woman to stop. Don't you know how much trouble you're causing to the Kyoto civilians?
You bitch!
The man's obviously short fuse had been lit. He made a grab for the girl and missed. I suspected his next attack wouldn't be as inaccurate. I couldn't let that happen. TT. Wait. When I had come to my senses, I noticed that I had instinctively taken action. I had positioned myself in front of the girl, protecting her.
Who are you? You know this broad?
No, I don't.
Then how's about you keep your damn nose out of my business?
Flecks of spit flew from his mouth as he roared at me, and my legs suddenly felt somewhat weaker than they had a moment ago. But I was committed. I couldn't run now. If you truly love your country, as you say, then why do you abuse women and children? A samurai should protect common people, not attack them.
What did you say? That's right, you tell him, son. How do you like that, you damn Ronin? Patriot my ass. Get out of my city.
Something about my speech must have struck a chord with the gathering crowd. With the cheers, my legs started to regain some of their usual steadiness.
You son of a bitch.
With the rough hiss of metal, the Ronin's sword leapt from its scabbard. Gah! I suddenly discovered I had difficulty swallowing. I could try to dodge, but if I did, he might hit the girl my actions had intended to protect. I was about to draw my sword.
Yeah.
Huh? Slowly, carefully, I opened my eyes.
You needn't worry. I used the back of my sword.
Saito.
You. Take them to headquarters. They may be Choshu. Yes, sir.
Working quickly, Saito's men set to work binding the Ronin for transport. Saito's cold eyes fell on me. That was reckless. Why didn't you call me? What were you going to do if they hurt you gravely? I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking. But I couldn't help myself. I mean, what if she were to get injured? The gentleman is right. You were dreadfully reckless. I had the situation quite well in hand. A scolding from Saito was expected, but I hadn't thought that my erstwhile damsel in distress would contribute. I'm sorry I made you worry. I gave her a short, slightly confused bow, to which she blinked as if suddenly remembering something very important. Oh, but you did save me, didn't you now? And I haven't yet thanked you. How crude of me. Thank you. Oh, well, I didn't do anything. It was Saito and his men who made the actual arrest. Who is that? Oh, okay, yeah, it's Sen. I'm like, why am I derping right now? Oh, you needn't be so modest. It was way more respectful than just being a bystander. I suspect that this, our meeting here, is Providence. Young ladies must watch out for one another in this city. What? Saito glanced from her to me, and an expression flashed across his face that I couldn't quite place. You can't expect to fool everyone. There's no need to worry about it. Oh dear. Was it supposed to be a secret? Perhaps I shouldn't have mentioned it? Well, I wasn't entirely sure how to respond. How does a person respond to that sort of question? She seemed to sense my confusion and gracefully moved on. I'm terribly sorry, but I don't believe I've even asked your name. How terribly boorish of me. I should very much like to be friends, but it is difficult to become acquainted with the nameless. May I inquire as to who you are, then? Well, this is... Oh, I know who he is. Mr. Saito, yes? The Shinsengumi is frightfully famous here. And you are? My name is Chizuru Yukimura. It's nice to meet you. Yukimura? Her eyes grew wide, as if she were surprised, and she stared intently at me. Your last name is Yukimura? Were you born in the East? Why, yes. I was living in Edo, but I had come to Kyoto for a certain reason. She was acting a little strange, so I tried to speak to her, and she laughed and looked up. Oh, I'm sorry. It's nothing. It was the same last name as my acquaintance. I think Yukimura is a really pretty last name. You think so? Thank you. And it is a pleasure to meet you, Chizuru. You may call me Sen. Miss Sen, nice to meet you. Oh, goodness. You needn't be so uptight. You look to be about my age, so I see no reason for us to speak as equals, or for us not to speak as equals. So just send then? Yes, I suppose that will do. We must meet again sometime, Chizuru. Bye. She gave my hand a gentle squeeze, then turned and left, her kimono flapping behind her. Our encounter was over before I'd had a chance to grasp what was even happening, and so I simply stood stunned for a moment or two. Saito was eyeing Sen walking off, and eventually he turned to me.
That girl seemed to be rather curious about your last name.
I know, huh? She did say it was the same as her acquaintance. Well, I guess Yukimura isn't an uncommon name either. It seemed like Saito was concerned with her reaction to my name, and he was deep in thought.
We're running behind our schedule. We should be going now.
Oh, yes. So we continued our rounds, trying to withstand the scorching heat. The heat wave ended up lasting several days. On one such day...
Pardon me, Yukimura. Is the batch of tea I prepared good enough?
Oh, it may be better to make them lukewarm. It's still quite hot today, you know?
I see. You're amazing.
This young man is Kazue Soma. He joined the Shinsengumi just before summer began. I was going to say ended. Whoops. He's very serious and respectful. Kondo supposedly met him when he was in Choshu for the envoy, and he invited Soma to join us. Now he currently works as Kondo's page. I guess he grew fond of the Shinsengumi, and he was focused on learning about all that it takes to become a successful warrior.
Then, maybe we could water it down?
No. If you do that, then the tea's flavor will become lighter.
Oh. Hey, Soma. What are we supposed to do then? Why don't we cool it down with the well water? Oh, that's a good idea. Let's give it a try.
This energetic lad is Risaburo Nomura. He joined the Shinsengumi around the same time as Soma, and because of their closeness in age, Nomura became Kondo's page in training. For him, he was a huge fan of the Shinsengumi, and he joined them because of it. That left me to make sure that I teach them about all of the duties and responsibilities that go into becoming a page, which was harder than I thought. The tea doesn't have to be room temperature, just a little cooler to offset the hot weather. So first, prepare some warm water rather than boiling hot, then try brewing it. This way, it doesn't dilute the tea's flavor.
Whoa! Wow! Okay, I see. Wow, you sure do know a lot about this stuff. I agree. It's very educational.
Thanks. Well, as for the tea, I'll pour some and take it to them. So you two...
What do you want us to do? We'll do anything. Yes, indeed. Let us know.
All right, guys. You two are going to do some sword training with me. What's the matter? You don't want to do it?
No. Please train us. Well, as for me, I have some work to do.
Hey, you're a newbie. Don't be shy now.
Nomura, come on now. This training is what will make us great warriors. That's not training. That's pure hazing.
Well, I'll be taking them off your hands for the moment.
Okay, please take care of them. Soma gulped deeply and he looked nervous. Nomura, on the other hand, looked ready to cry. So, as Nagakura dragged both of them off to training. I wish the two of them the best of luck. Fun. And I'm going to let you guys go here. I hope you are enjoying. If you're liking these videos, please comment whatever you want to comment. I don't care. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!